20 years ago, buying your first house in your 20s was normal. In 2022, buying your first house now becomes in your mid-30s. Why? Guys, it's because the housing prices are really high. Saving that deposit is really hard. 5% of $1 million is 50 grand. I'm going to show you in this video some of the strategies that I've used with my clients to help them buy their first property and then their second and their third. Step one, you got to have a team which helps you, educates you, motivates you, and to get you in the right mind frame to do it. Now, a lot of you guys watching this could be first home buyers. Yeah, good the first home owners grants are right now. They're the best I've ever seen in my whole career. The first home loan deposit scheme, or the first guarantee scheme, or whatever you want to call it, is the best I've ever seen. So you can get in with 5% deposit and the government goes guarantor. For example, on 500K, 5% is 25K, which, and by the way, 500K is a sweet spot. There's no stamp duty, saving you like another 10K. Now, in the 4170 suburb where Mad is, you can spend 700K and only put in 5%. 5% of 700K is $35,000. Guys, this is unheard of. This is a great way to get into your first property. I'll tell you an even better way. Guarantor loans. If you haven't understood or been taught about guarantor loans and you want to buy your first house, call a mortgage broker that specializes in it. Now, at Mad Loans Unbiased, we love doing it. We've been doing it for 10, 11 years. A lot of brokers won't touch it. Why? It's too hard. Not for us, though. Guarantor loan gets you in with 0% deposit. You can buy a property for $1 million and borrow $1 million plus the stamp duty. This is an awesome way to get in the market. Now, you might have 100 grand saved up. You might want to put a down payment down. But these days, $1 million is going to get you a pretty average house in a good suburb. So some customers of ours keep their 100K. They buy a property for $1 million. They borrow the whole $1 million plus the stamp duties. And they use their 100 grand to renovate. For example, they do new bathrooms, new kitchens, they might put a deck on the back, and before you know it, I see them again, and the house is worth $1.3 million. I release the guarantor, and they use that equity, and they go buy their second property. And they do the same thing. Guarantor loan is an awesome strategy for people wanting to get in the property market and something you should definitely consider. Another thing that's really good for people in their 20s right now is the Albanese government is really keen to try and get their older generation to sell properties. So this is Albanese's plan to open the property market to young people. So the government is currently looking at ways to encourage older Aussies to downsize their houses so young people can get access to the property market. It announces plans to reduce the financial impact on pensioners looking to downsize their homes so it could free up the housing market for younger families. Legislation will be put to the Parliament that gives pensioners an additional 12 months asset test exemption on their home sale proceeds. The changes will see the deeming rate on principal home sales intended to purchase a new home significantly lowered from 2.25% to 0.25%. Guys, what this is trying to do is give the walls or the boundaries or the things which older people were sort of holding back to sell that last bit of a push. So hopefully we see more housing come to the market, older people downsizing, living in some of those nice new apartments, and the young people can buy those houses. I've seen it happen in so many suburbs around where I live. I mean, Camp Hill is like a new housing estate these days, and now I see that happening in the Bayside area. A lot of people are moving out into a nice new unit, selling their older house, and a lot of first-home buyers are getting into that property market. So hopefully Albanese's bill, which is trying to do, does something. I doubt it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, guys. The first 2 points I covered in this video, look at the first home loan deposit scheme and look at guarantor loans and get educated. Get a good team behind you so you got the confidence to get in the property market. Thanks, guys, for watching, and hopefully you got something from this video.